Thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. This is my everyday, simple, quick and easy makeup routine. It takes me 10 minutes or less. Just helps me look a little bit more put together before taking on the day. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. I've already washed my face, and so now, and I've also already used my rosehip oil and my face cream just to go ahead and hydrate. You want everything to be looking dewy and just bright. If it's dull, it kind of defeats the purpose of all of this. I want to use as minimal products as possible so I can just get through it pretty quickly. I want to be out the door within 10 minutes. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually do my brows. Now, usually I use my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, but I'm out. So for this video, I am going to use my Brow Wiz just for the video. I'm just quickly going to go through there, just kind of clean them up a little bit, and also darken mine up. Not going crazy and trying to carve out a major shape or anything like that. Brush through it. Same thing on the other side. My spoolie broke, so. If I'm really pressed for time, I just go in with a brow gel. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to use the pencil. It's about as close as they're going to get to looking like twins or even relatives. I'm just going to set that real quickly with a clear brow gel. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with concealer. Now, depending on what's going on, the main one that I use every single day is this Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. And I use it in color Ivory number 10, which is the lightest shade. And it's still a little dark and a little yellow for me. I also have the Tarte Shape Tape, which I talked about in my last video, and the shade Fair. The only thing with this, if I need to actually cover up anything, it's really bright. And I really don't want that. Like if I have a blemish, I don't want to be making it more noticeable. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline, which I'm almost out of. It's probably expired, to be honest. And I'm going to prime my eyelids with it. I also go around my nose, under my eyes just a little bit. I do a little bit down here. I also have this one blemish. I'll make sure to cover that. And then I don't use foundation on a day-to-day basis. First of all, it's a little bit of a hassle for me finding one in my shade, and it won't emphasize my dryness or my fine lines. So I typically just use concealer and put it, if I need somewhere lighter, like this. That's pretty much what I do. I don't put very much up here. And I start with my concealer brush. Just work it in underneath my eyes. For me, I have lots of redness. I have rosacea, eczema, just typical redness. So this just kind of helps cover up a little bit of that without having to use a foundation or a lot of powder. And if I see anything else that needs to be covered up, I'll just go back in. I have a little bit of scarring right here just from years of fever blisters off and on. Then I'm going to go in with my damp beauty sponge. This is the one that I get from Amazon. That's like $5, and it is my absolute favorite. I'm just going to take it and just kind of press all of that in where I might get creasing or dry patches. And for me, every day, this is enough coverage. So I'm going to set it with powder, and I'm just going to use the powder that I have in my hand, just because it's already in my hand. And I'll just kind of make sure that it lasts. And if you have oily skin, this is the perfect time to set it. That way, it's not going to be getting oily or greasy in your T-zone or sliding off your face. My husband is helping me film and he's distracting me, so that's always fun. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do eyeshadow. Now for eyeshadow, typically every day I use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, but just for this video I wanted to try to use more drugstore since last time most of the products were not drugstore. This is a Wet n Wild, I think it's a mini, this is a Color Icon eyeshadow quad. And this one is in Walking on Eggshells. It's just really pretty, neutral colors. Nothing's really glittery other than the crease color, which I would not use a glittery crease color for my eyes anyways. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the transition shade and go ahead and put that on my crease and my entire lid. I do this pretty quickly actually. I'm not doing anything dramatic like the Valentine's Date Night look. And I'll use just the same fluffy brush and put it on my lid, mainly the outer half. And I'm going to go in to the other eye. I really like this Wet n Wild palette. I'm a huge fan of Wet n Wild, so I'm glad there's something else. It does have a lot of fallout, so you may want to be careful with that, but it's nothing too bad. Then I'm going to take this eyelid. It literally says eyelid on here. I'm going to take that and put it in the inner half of my lid. Just to brighten it up a little bit, and it does have just a slight sheen to it. It's not completely matte. I like this because it kind of helps fake the awake look, even if you're not exactly awake, 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay. I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm using my e.l.f. contour brush. This is my favorite one, trying to get to those littler places. And I'm going to use this crease color. Like I said, it's sparkly, so for me, having hooded eyes, I don't want to put that all over my crease. So I'm just going to work it in this outer part and the little outer V. Same thing on the other eye. And then take my big fluffy brush again. Just blend that all out together. You don't want any harsh lines. And then I always have to highlight my brow bone. So to start with, I'm going to use the brow bone color in that same palette. And again, I'm using, I think this was an e.l.f. brush, pretty sure. I just feel like that helps make it look just really clean and put together, even though that was super simple. And again, just kind of blend over that just a tiny bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take a really tiny shader brush. I'm going to take that same transition color and put that underneath the lash line. Now I'll apologize right now because I make the funniest faces while doing this. I didn't realize how much until I watched the first video. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the crease shade on that same little palette. And there we go. So that's it for the actual eyeshadow part. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. Curling your lashes really makes all the difference in the world, in my opinion. It will just help open up your eyes a lot. Okay. So now, so this is something kind of new to me, but I've done a sort of contour, sort of bronze, a little bit of both. It's just going to help kind of slim up your face a little bit, define your cheekbones or fake cheekbones if you can't really find them. Well, I'm so pale I have a hard time finding one that doesn't look too muddy or too red or orange on my face. So I use the e.l.f. Eyebrow Kit. And I've hit pan on it. This is the second one. So I'm just going to take I take a brush like this. It's just flat, but it's still angled. It's really easy just to get in there, exactly where you want it. And just go after it. Right below the cheekbone is where I need to do it. I don't go too crazy. For me, I just work at the school as a librarian, so I just need to add just a little bit of color, a little bit of definition to the cheekbones. I should have taken off my earrings while I did this. Then I take that same color and the same brush, and I'm just going to go along my hairline right up here. Just helps bring in some colors and brings down your forehead a little bit. Just a little bit right in here. Then I go underneath my bottom lip. It just helps your lips look a little bit fuller. You can contour the nose just a little bit if you like. Now I'm using the same brush because that's in the mornings. I'm just trying to be as quick and easy as I can so I can get out the door. I just kind of go on each side of my nose just a little bit, and then under it, just kind of snatch it up underneath my jawline. Of course, we gotta hide all the chins. And just a little bit down the neck. If you're in a really big hurry, you can just use the same bronzer color as your crease color. It's one less thing you have to do. Then I do the highlight. I do my highlight before my blush so there's no harsh lines. I don't want to look like we have steps on the side of our face, but do it this way, it just blends in a little bit easier, I think. Now you're supposed to just highlight everywhere the sun would naturally hit you. So in other words, the tops of your cheekbones, the tip of your nose, things like that. However, when I sunburn, I get I get sunburned all over my face. So I think that means I can highlight wherever I want. So I might go a little bit crazy with that. Oh, and this is just a Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Power in the shade Glow Watcher. It is my absolute favorite. I think it's like $5 or so. I got it at Walgreens. And then I take a smaller highlighting brush, or it's what I use it for. And I still highlight my brow bone. In the corner. Gotta fake that awake look. And do just a little bit more on my nose, on the tip of my nose. And I make just a really small line down the center. Because for me, that's just what I need to do for my shape. I still do just a little bit above my lip. Okay, so that's it for highlight. Now I'm going to go in with mascara. And I'm using my Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara for my bottom lashes. Then I'll go in with my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise for my upper lashes. And I think it's completely worth the extra time to have two separate mascaras, at least for my eyes. And do my top lashes real quick. If you mess up with your mascara, remember you can just take a spoolie, like the one off of your eyebrow pencil if you would like. Just wait for the mascara to dry first, and then take your spoolie and scrape it off. Which I kind of messed up just a little bit on the top of my crease. Okay, so now for lips. Now for the last, I want to say 2 years, and I may be lying, it may only be a year. I've been using the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit in the color Rebel Rose. Now this is a matte one, and I was really worried about it sinking into the lines of my lips and things like that. But this one stays put all day long, and as long as I put on a little bit of like Carmex or some sort of moisture onto my lips before I start, this is fine, and it lasts all day. But recently, when I was at Walgreens, I found that they had a liquid catsuit high shine version, and I have it in the color Chick Got Real, and it's just a glossier version of the Rebel Rose. So for now, that's what I'm going to use. My kids, if you hear them in the background. That's part of the everyday experience. Okay, then I'm going to set my entire face with this is the Catrice Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. And it's going to help everything not look so powdery or so cakey and have it last all day. Then if I need to, I might press in certain places where I know might look dry or into my fine lines and wrinkles. just so nothing sets in there if I had concealer on it.